कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen yaar, don't be so conservative. When we think of electric cars, the first thing that comes to mind is definitely range anxiety. I mean, there's no point planning a road trip if you can barely get out of Mumbai without having to stop to recharge the batteries. With the new Volvo XC40 Recharge, range anxiety is now a thing of the past. With an estimated range of over 400 kilometers, now you can drive without having to worry about stopping to recharge often, and with the growing number of charging stations, even undertake interstate journeys. The battery itself is the XC40 Recharge, and it comes with an amazing 8 years warranty, which my marriage had that. So head on over to the nearest Volvo showroom and book a test drive of the award-winning XC40 Recharge now. I can tell you for sure, it's going to blow your mind. Oh, I thought I would be talking to myself here, but for some reason on this Tuesday morning, I'm very confused. It wasn't me. I'm stuck here at the moment. It's Tuesday morning where I am, but it's also Saturday evening in Nicaragua, which is a slightly backward country. So I'm not sure what time it is exactly when this show goes out. I want to just rename the show. We're bored with the name. The present name is Cyrus Says Cock and Bull, presented by Volvo Cars India with pet care partner Heads Up for Tails. Thank you for that. But we're thinking of changing the name to the democratic process of Cyrus Says. I'll explain that in a second. Every day I fight with people, places I go to where they call me sir for no reason. I try to explain it to them. Today I screamed at a cleaning lady who said, "Good morning, sir." I said, "If you call me sir again, I'm going to kill myself in front of you." And I think she was most appalled and I thought she felt insulted. She felt really upset and hurt. And then I realized that Indians just don't understand democratic and egalitarian thought. It's just like wasted on them, you know. And so she actually thought I was just being a big bully, which I wasn't. I was just trying to tell her, stop calling people sir. There's no need to call anybody sir in the country. Never again. Even people of mixed genders who have issues with what to be called, that's another story altogether. But no sirs, all right? So I've decided this show now must have a philosophy and a premise, and the premise is to spread democratic thought. And we'll do that by calling it the democratic process of Cyrus Says. And I brought two of the greatest philosophers India has seen since Mahavir himself. Abbas, who came via Lucknow 300 years ago.
No. Cyrus, I'm joining from Khargharpur. It's 5 p.m. over here. Yeah. And it's not even a Tuesday. It's some completely other day over here.
Hey, India is divided into many time zones. You pick your day. No problem. And of course, we've got Kajol, who always joins us live from her studio in Kandivli.
I'm also in Khargharpur. Listen, I have to confess something. I always thought there were two IITs, okay? Khargharpur and Khargharpur.
Because it sounds sexual.
The IIT is not a problem there, Kajol. The fact that you thought there was a city called Khargharpur.
I know, but it's spelled so wrong, yeah.
It's fine.
It's not my fault.
Don't worry. The things that have been done to Indians and India, I mean, this is not really in the list of crimes. Why are you worried? Let it pass.
True.
Yeah.
And for all we know, in a few years, there might be a place called Khargharpur, considering we're changing.
If Kajol and Kandivli secede from the
yeah.
I mean, they straight away, as their leader, ask her what name should we go with. And I remember this in a show once, and there you go. Special discount to IITians. You get any feedback from anybody from IIT? Does anybody from IIT follow you?
Not yet. No one from IIT watches this podcast, I think.
Oh, that's how.
Kajol, I have been approached by IIT to take a comedy workshop for them.
Free?
Yeah, as in to improve his comedy.
It's free. One second, I have something to say.
It is free.
Okay, they will promise you lunch, okay? Then they had called me to do all these shows.
It's online.
It's online.
Not even lunch.
Yes, not even
You
lunch.
can't even order Zomato and ask them to pay. Not even that. Yeah.
They promised me lunch and all to judge a comedy contest. And they asked me beforehand, a student called me and said, what would you like? Would you like a Frankie? And I'll put in a brownie and something and a milkshake. What flavor of milkshake? When I finally got my lunch, I saw this flat chapati on it. Okay, there was nothing else on the plate.
That's engineering for Frankie. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then when I lifted up the chapati, there was a small brownie smashed underneath that. So lunch is now worth it.
Oh God, this sounds like the British all over again. A small brownie smashed underneath that for no reason whatsoever. And no reparations. Sorry.
Aren't IIT canteens supposed to be like legendary for their food and all?
It is, but it's not necessarily legendary for great food. But it's a legendary canteen. Mumbai, I'm talking about. I can't speak for all. But everyone who's performed there, generally it is free. We did a podcast. You guys were around at that point. I don't know. Naveen was the anchor.
I was, yeah.
Naveen was the anchor, and they attacked him physically with slippers.
What?
And I encouraged it, of course.
No,
I
what
felt
happened?
that was the best part of the show. We did a pod with
Sanjay Jha and Shazia Ilmi.
Shazia and Sanjay Jha. This guy's better than me. Remembers everything.
Sanjay Jha is not in the party anymore. No, I wasn't there. I've heard the episode though.
Well,
as in I was at IVM, but I wasn't producing.
Well, that doesn't mean he can't stand for the presidency because everybody else did. So I mean, he just put his hand up. Yeah. But to be honest, from what he told all of us offline, which we should never say online, is that he just called a spade to the first family. And after which there was enchantment, as you can see, and the chasm grew, and before you know it, he was out. So basically, there was no way criticism would be accepted, which is, look at us in the podcast. We finish the show, Spurs immediately says, bench out Cyrus, come here. And immediately, point A, point B, naak mein baal hai, kaan mein baal hai, ye hai, wo hai. Immediately, tuck, he gives it to you. And we take it quietly, right? Because we want to improve the show, right, Kajol? That's what our shows are. Didn't we meet for 3 hours yesterday thinking about what we can do on the show today?
Yes. Of course, yes. A typical Monday morning it was yesterday, yes, where we met.
Abbas, the Congress doesn't want to do that. And that's the reason. Because if you fail 2-3 elections, I'm talking about general elections, I know they won here and there in states. But you got to look inwards, and somebody's got to say I'm accountable, and somebody's got to say we need some change. Where perestroika and glasnost moment comes, and that didn't happen. And now, if you go back, Mallikarjun Kharge himself, I think that's all the wrong. Whatever. Who am I to decide what the Congress does?
I heard that Shashi Tharoor put some wrong map of India on his manifesto or something like that. He's cut out bits of Jammu and Kashmir.
Whoa. Even I have only heard read the headline. I didn't read the piece.
In the internet world we live in, that would be a big boo-boo. But doesn't mean he can't win the presidency. Like I said, it may be overlooked. I as a fan of Shashi Tharoor, I hope he wins. I hope he resurrects the party. I hope they have some sort of credibility after that. And opposition is needed. Whether you're pro-BJP or anti-BJP, opposition is needed. Or we just don't have any functioning democracy. And I'm using the word loosely in any case. Right, guys? So come on. Yeah.
Yes. So Cyrus, you remember the impersonation I did of Mr. Tharoor?
Let's go.
Somebody in the comments pointed out that my Tharoor sounds more like Swapan Das Gupta. No, I can't agree more.
It's a pretty good
Tharoor.
Gupta is very high pitched. The thing is.
That was not.
He's very high pitched.
I was doing Swapan Das Gupta.
I know.
I don't know. It's very high pitched.
I'm a fan of you, Abbas. I've become a fan. I love the Shashi Tharoor. We have to accept that it was a good performance. And who's this guy? I think he's just trying to get under your skin, your massive skin, because
that's true. Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah. But, stop discouraging me.
I'll tell you what. Put it out on the chat. Yeah. Everybody who thinks that this is a pretty good Shashi Tharoor, he'll do it at some point in the show. And for those who haven't heard it,
before.
And Shashi Tharoor, if you're forgetting India, things like that, and you can't remember who you are, talk to Abbas just to get a little refresher course.
I have met him actually. I got one of his books signed by him, The Great Indian Novel.
Dare do the impression?
No, I did not. But on the first page, he wrote to Abbas, the Great Indian Reader ? And then he signed it.
Oh, that sounds.
He went by look. Good. He went by look, but Abbas is one of the few IVM readers. So there's Amit and there's Abbas. And there's nobody else. Let's be totally honest. Not a single other person. Oh, who was what is the manga comics? Oh, Silvery, I suppose. Yeah, 3.
Silvery, yeah. No, he reads hentai.
Hentai is similar, isn't it? What is it?
Yeah, it's Japanese porn, animated porn.
You have to do it as Shashi Tharoor. If you're going to talk about Japanese porn, I need Tharoor's voice to convince me.
So the art form of hentai, you have these really voluptuous women with tentacles coming out of them and people doing things to them which I'd rather not mention on air because it goes against the grain of my morality and my party's morality.
Instead of tentacles, and we'd have had another. Oh my God, imbroglio.
Yeah,
imbroglio. Yeah. What do you say, Kajol? Not bad, no? Have you seen this site? I don't know. He's got a pretty good set of impressions. It's taken us 6 years to unveil that.
No, okay. He's got a really good American accent. The Russian accent, I'm not too sure about.
Even if they aren't authentic, they're funny.
Really
for me, the game is always, do you laugh? If you laugh, the guy's won you over. If you don't laugh, only that really petty prick is going on saying, it's 92% Georgian, 7% Azerbaijan, and 1% Crawford market. Fuck you. That's ridiculous. So it's always about, there's so many people do the Sachin thing. My good friend Vikram Sate, who became a comedian after that, he just nailed it. He just nailed it, and I used to use him in all the MTV functions because I used to just die laughing. Then I'd go on a plane with him, and I used to drive him mad. I'd be like, Vikram, you have to talk like Sachin for the whole drive, 2 hours to Delhi, and you can't. 2 hours to Delhi is really, yeah, but it's definitely a good place to pick up something to eat. And then of course I would try my bit and would go on like two morons. And he was head of marketing at that point. You can see where the world is going. So Abbas, well done. Luckily, you're doing a Congress politician. Maybe with a name like Abbas, you have to watch out who you're doing the impression of. Yeah.
There's only one person on the other side who Abbas can impersonate, look-wise and voice-wise, and it would just.
So that's Amit
Doshi.
Amit Doshi's nailed that one. Sorry, Abbas. He just.
I have impersonated him in a real live I did with Sriram.
And then you migrated.
Yes, to Khargharpur.
The only time we were told on CNBC, actually told not to do impressions or take on a subject was on him over one issue. I won't get into that and all. It's the only time. People ask you, they ever tell you they've been very nice in spite of the change in government, slightly more right wing or whatever. This is the only time, and it's only to do with him. We've never been asked not to do anything about the PM. But obviously we're not stupid, so there's only so much we do. Man Ki Baat, we don't really look at that magnum.
So when I went to Ahmedabad, a comedian there took me on a night drive to see this man's bungalow. All right.
He was trying to pataw you, Kajol. You don't understand men. The Prime Minister's incidental.
There's got to be better heritage sites in Ahmedabad. I'm sorry.
What can you see in the night?
Quit while you're ahead. You're not Shashi Tharoor. You're just the impressionist.
I just saw walls. I saw dimly lit walls of this man's bungalow.
You're prejudiced. Look at the way you're telling the story. I just want to play devil's advocate for a second. I mean, you start the story by saying, what a horrible idea to take me there. Then aesthetically speaking, disappointed. And again, in the list of criticisms against him, not the highest and heaviest.
Listen, if I take someone on a night tour of Angela, at least you can see the building.
You're comparing, so the Prime Minister of our state is... I get the meaning. I understand what you're saying. Yeah. All right. So who's the boss here?
Apparently me. I'm the co-host.
Apparently means we've taken our democratic functioning beyond control. Thanks, Maya.
No, just as was established by the Sriram Ayushi episode, they can just exchange hosting duties.
I tell you,
no one can hijack things from Sriram. I'm sorry,
I may be
Cyrus.
wrong because I don't know them well enough. But I think both Ayushi and Kajol are alphas, which is like my mother, my wife, and my daughter. And alpha females are, I truly believe, more powerful than alpha males. So they're very dangerous.
The only kind of women you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure I'm attracted to alpha women, whatever. So it must be a bit of S&M there, which I have not, figured out yet.
The thing is, I don't consider myself alpha or Ayushi alpha. You're just used to these women, Victorian age women who sit and embroider quietly while you're talking to them.
Where? I don't have any of those. I only have bullies.
I'm just saying, that's the idea in your head.
I'm hoping to meet them one day. Thank you. So sweet. Take me to Ahmedabad. Take me for a drive. Find me those women. Bypass the Prime Minister. Keep going. Yeah. So one thing, that house was whose house? Yeah. You mean a house that he owned? He doesn't reside in Ahmedabad.
Of course he does. That is his house.
Delhi, he's the Prime Minister.
Yeah, I think he lives in Delhi now.
Who are you talking? No, who are you talking about?
No, you're talking about the HM.
We're talking about the HM.
The Home Minister's which house? He doesn't live there. They all live in Delhi. So you're looking
at he's there. He's there pretty often because he's built an entire flyover from his house to his office.
True. But the residential houses are not generally as glamorous as the bungalows they're given. Tell me about it. I'm living the hotbed of bungalows and all these strange men in white who run our state. Who all look the same after 5 minutes. Trust me. Yeah. Abbas, oh, that's right.
I'm trying my best. I'm trying in both ways, looking like one and trying to mimic the other. No, but I'm saying the difference between a Bombay person and a Delhi person is that if a Delhi person would live on your street, they would not shut up about showing off that they're living on the street with the most influential people in the state. Whereas as a Bombay person, you're not even happy with them. You're like, no, they're causing traffic.
No, I get your point because there's a definite Delhi political consciousness is better. That's the right word to use. They're more open to political thought.
As Sparsh would agree, Delhi people love to show off their influence.
Delhi people would not like living in Bombay anyway because they can't stand these small houses we live in.
They can't stand the chole bhature.
For the elite of Delhi or wherever, nobody likes their carving shop for hours. Okay, because we have a sense of entitlement. And then you're taking away the entitlement because someone else is behaving more spoiled than you. So therein lies the problem.
No, no, but so no, for a Delhiite to come to Bombay, it's very valid for them to ask, hey, so where do you live? How many square foot is your house? And what's
Yeah.
the rate in your
Again,
area?
that's
I was like,
Kajol, that's
what?
showing off because I live in such a palatial house. In Bombay, you live in a 1 BHK. Oh.
And I got dumped because of it. Okay.
You think it's because of it.
There are
But did you take your
deeper issues
boyfriend?
here.
Did you take your boyfriend and show him Eknath Shinde's bungalow late at night? You do gedi of that. Gedi. Did you do
No,
so?
no, Cyrus, she was showing him Uddhav's bungalow, but in the meantime, it held no sort of prestige.
With Uddhav leaving with bags and baggage. Like, abhi kya ho gaya? Abhi kya ho gaya? Oh, God.
Okay, let's go to the stories.
But I'll just quickly, before you start,
Yeah.
so talking about the Delhi experience, so Saukar came here at 17 or 18. He was a young kid with nothing. And then he got his first salary, which was decent, blah, blah, blah. So he moved into like a 2-bedroom from a small sharing with 4 boys to a 2-bedroom house. Let's say 1 or 2 years had passed. And he's telling me, Brosha, ye dekh, मेरे घर में कुछ नहीं था, दिल्ली में कुछ नहीं था. They were not doing well. His father had left them, etc., etc. He won't mind me saying.
Right.
And it was a bit of a struggle. But वो तो घर था. और ये cardboard box है. He's now making 5 times what money he was making there. So it's like you succeed by failure. You come there, you feel a sense of success, but you feel like a failure because every day you enter a small box, and that's all you could afford.
You think Shah Rukh also thinks like that, Cyrus, when he looks at
I don't know.
Manat, he's like,
Shah Rukh stayed at Salman.
Delhi to ghar tha.
Of course. All these guys, all middle class and above guys from Delhi, have great houses. Sparsh has, I think, from what I gather, he owns half of Panchil Park and the front of Khan Market and a little bit of Green Park. So he's not rich. He's just normalish. Is Sparsh there?
Yeah.
No, he's not next to us. No, because
he's there. When I said Sparsh would agree that Delhi people would show off, he's like, "What the fuck do you mean Sparsh would agree?"
Sparsh Srivastava is another guy. Not the same guy.
Right. Yeah. Okay, anyway, so the first story comes, I think it's the most Bangalore story you can ever think of. So, a tea shop
please explain this Hindi to me. Sorry to interrupt. बाद में करवा दूंगा ad छोड़. So, is it a gali of some kind?
No, this is now we're giving the listeners a little bit of a behind the scenes thing. So usually when the show starts, there's an ad which plays before we begin, and because of some technical glitch that couldn't be played.
Oh, so I was
Sparsh
right.
Is saying,
oh, okay.
Yes.
But when we see the show, it won't make sense because it did play. So
yes,
as usual, we are fourth dimensioning away.
Yeah, on a Tuesday morning, the ad did play.
Dare I say 10. 20. Okay.
Yeah. So the Bangalore story. This story comes from Bangalore. A tea shop. Tea shop in Bangalore is now.
You got to stutter a little bit more, huh? And go. Yeah, but this one. Yeah. Now go.
No, I don't have much time, so I'll race through it. A tea shop in
That's
Bangalore.
so disrespectful to Silvery. When you're paying homage to Silvery, you have to take 15 minutes to set it up. Come on.
In Bangalore, one tea shop is
voice, huh? Using... You got that? He has a lighter voice than Abbas, fair enough. But the way he's put it
feminine.
on, slightly
it's
like I'll diss him a little bit in the pitch also. Yeah.
He doesn't have the most heaviest of voices. The tea shop is accepting cryptocurrency as payment, and the tea shop is called, I'm not making this up, Frustrated Dropout. And it is owned by a guy, let me figure out his name, Shubham Saini, who after dropping out of his BCA course started this venture. So there is like multiple things here: crypto, the name of the tea shop, and the fact that he's capitalizing on the success of
there's a big mistake
who
though.
Make tea.
He's trying to spin it that the two things are correlated, ki frustrated hai or dropout bhi hoga. But I think that's not the point, because to be an Indian male, you're frustrated anyway. Then you add to it with maybe a dropout, or you got hit by a car, or your wife left you, or now you can't see properly, or you lost your job. But basically frustration is separate, and I would like to point that out. I speak from experience. All the males I've grown up with, all friggin' frustrated from the age of 13, 12. Look at Abbas. Even when he's Shashi Tharoor,
no, but Cyrus, this is the thing. I was a frustrated college dropout in Bangalore. Why didn't I think of this? I could have made a few
now
bucks.
You're doubly frustrated, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Hey, but do any of y'all actually own crypto?
I used
Rohan
to.
Joshi, before he had to sell his house, owned a lot of crypto. Now things are
I
Do
don't
you,
own crypto.
Kajol?
I don't own crypto at all.
I had invested in what's that? Ether something,
we
and
had a show on.
Dogecoin. Yeah. We had a show about crypto,
Listen, I
but
earned quite a bit from crypto. I got to tell you, from branding for crypto, not actually buying crypto.
okay.
And I knew nothing about it. Still don't. Yeah. But we were heavily.
Anyway,
You remember when they even here and otherwise they were pushing heavily, especially on digital media. They was just pushing and pushing. Uh,
they still are.
what
I
is it?
mean,
No,
cryptocurrency is
it's
still.
definitely gone down, but
Didn't
it
it
may revive.
crash? Huh.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's a
It
difficult thing to
crashed, no?
explain.
It had a. I mean, it was obviously way more fluctuating than your normal markets, but yeah, it had a massive crash because of which it lost a bit of its credibility.
Also,
But it's still
nobody
not
predicted
gone
it would be
away.
that. The up and down nature was fine because we saw that in the China issue and a couple of other things that happened a year back. But then this last crash that happened was a little unexpected. And
Yeah,
then people have lost faith a little bit. So they have to reinvent the wheel a bit, I would think now. For which case, I'm there to help support the people, the tribe at crypto or crypto.com across the world. Yeah.
Coming back to the tea shop, he sells teas in kullads, not in cups. So
Hey,
Mr.
why do we even
Saini,
bother? We can't even finish one topic because it keeps
and
segueing left, right, and center.
one cup of tea costs rupees 20. And Mr. Saini thought he is the next Rakesh Jhunjhunwala of the crypto world. The situation turned bad with the crypto market crash in 2019. I was back exactly where I stand, from 30 lakh to 1 lakh. I couldn't believe that one night could change so much in my life.
Oh, he's
So there
frustrated
you
Or you
go.
could look at it this way. Sirf
Mhm.
chai pani tha, yeah. It's okay.
Okay,
Okay,
I'll tell you
Cyrus.
something. Okay, Cyrus, don't say I'm talking about my mother, but I'll tell you something about my mother.
You're talking about your mother? We can't deny the truth. This show is about the truth.
Okay,
What about your
so
mother?
then she was a social worker in so far as once she had gone to the police station to take permission for some rally or something,
Morcha?
and
See?
not
Yeah.
morcha, rally,
Close to
okay,
that.
something.
Rally और
So
morcha में क्या फर्क है? This is a sophisticated word for morcha. Let me ask Abbas, who's actually maybe a bit more bilingual. Is there a difference? Morcha is
Now that I
strike,
come to think of
rally.
it, I mean, a rally can be about
The
less
rallies
serious.
it's a
Yeah,
crusade against something. I mean, it
that's
invokes the
true.
same thought.
Yeah, I think it's kind of the same thing.
Dismiss
whatever.
Kajol from the panel. Put her back on tire
Shut up.
fuel. Which tire are you on?
No.
Which
So they
tire are
gone to the
you on?
police station, and
Oh,
we had a
touchy.
talk and all. I'm not mentioning which police station. So at the end of the discussion, the
Kandivali police station.
no, Baba, it wasn't. So the end of the discussion, the inspector turned to her or whoever the guy
Andheri
was,
police station.
and he was like,
It's
"Madam,
stuck in my mind now.
No. Once the police guy says something, we'll understand which police station it is.
Those
So he
inflections
said,
of each lane, you're going to get into that kind of sophistication. Okay, sorry, Kajol, you were saying the
yes.
police guy.
So you're like, Madam, कुछ चाय पानी, and she was like, नहीं हम पी के आए हैं.
Aisha same. While building a house in the interior. Same. The guy asked, the officer who had to give the clearance for building something, asked for donation, and he asked for 50. He meant 50 grand. She brought 50 rupees. How much he laughed. So the broker was
Did
telling
you
me
still
later,
get the house, Cyrus?
no, my wife is kachi. She brought him down. He started with 50.
Right.
But look at her heart attack when she realized that 50 rupiya nahi, 50,000. It was like,
Who
that's
on
really
earth
not
asked
easy.
for a 50 rupiya bribe?
Because he's saying 50. You know how they talk. Have you dealt with these guys?
Yeah.
They don't
But
they
I
don't
would
give you a
never
full.
assume. I would never
No, they're all
assume it
sheep.
meant 50
They
rupiya.
always, each and every one asks in a sheepish manner. So she'll say, "Abhi kya karna hai?" And he'll be like, "Thoda donation, 50." So she thought,
Bakshish.
"Wow, I'm off the hook. That's it." Yeah. So your chai pani story is just exposing how sad that innocent people like your mother and my wife are destroyed by the horrible real
I'll tell you
legality
what the
of India.
problem is. I'll tell you what the problem is. Men are not comfortable asking a bribe from women. Okay. Now,
But even with us, these not going. They aren't that
no, but they're
transparent.
a
That's
little more
always half.
comfortable. With women, they get very
Because they're
they have
flirting
to-
with us. They
I
flirt
know
with
they
us.
have to pretend to be a little nice guy or
Yeah.
whatever. So when I go to a certain comedy venue, I park my car in a.
Why aren't you telling us names? You're sounding like you're in
Oh,
a
I
fascist
thought
country.
the venue, the person who runs the venue, you bribe him.
No. So soon I park my
Why
car
can't she
in
tell
a.
us the venue name? What's the fear?
You
You
and
make fun of
Shriram
Lok
should
Sabha.
be on a panel together with a bulldog. Okay, because that's the only person you're allowed to speak. Okay,
Bulldog.
I'll go on.
That's
Parking,
racism.
yeah.
The dog suffers a lot. Born with a head which is too big for his body. So mean.
Okay,
Choose
the venue
another
is in
breed.
Bandra, Cyrus. That would be
It's
that
not
should be enough
Bandra.
for you.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Oh,
not in
shoot.
Bandra.
So when I
Abbas,
go,
stick to Shashi Tharoor. All right? Don't do any detective work. Huh.
so I park in a compound where I'm
Cuckoo's
not.
nest.
Shut up.
No, the cuckoos there shut down. Huh.
Damn it.
So I park in a compound where I'm not supposed to park. Cyrus, you open your mouth. Just wait for 1 minute. Okay, I park
But
in a
I'm not an alpha
compound
female. Right.
where I'm not supposed to park.
I'll just end
And-
it now. Hey!
And the easiest way I've realized to do it is to get out of the car with a $50 note in your hand and look at the security and say, "Aapko parking ka paisa dena hai." Okay, because you should never, as a woman, ask for a bribe or let it be hanging in there. You should straight out pretend like you don't understand it's illegal.
You mean offer a bribe?
But
No,
in
she's
a,
making
that
it an
way, like
official
parking
charge.
ka paisa,
She's like,
official. You have
parking
to
ka
make it
paisa means
official.
That's
official.
what, how does the guy respond to that?
Definitely, madam. हाँ, हम ही है.
And then he takes the car for a spin.
No.
That's a
But,
good system.
हाँ.
I like your thinking. It should work most of the time because people are very happy to get a little money and then suddenly he's been an advantage already. So why should he back off from a good business proposition?
Money and respect.
Respect and also he thinks you like him. So every male wants a female to like them. There's always a little fantasy involved when a girl talks to you. I've
I don't
noticed that.
unbutton my top and give him the money, Cyrus.
No,
I
it's
just
not
say
sexual.
parking ka paisa.
Sexual is much later in the thought process. It's just a basic thing about feeling validated that women
Validated,
like me.
okay.
That's it.
Yeah,
You don't
that's what
understand. You've never
you
been a
have
watchman. I've been a watchman. You think comedy pays? Every night I do a shift. For God's sake, please understand.
But you
Yeah.
have dating apps for that, Cyrus. Now, many a times you go on dating apps to swipe on women, and you just want them to swipe right on you. You don't even want to chat. You're like, as long as I get that validation of.
Oh wow, is
What's
that
the
you,
guarantee that-
Abbas?
that-
Is
what's
that
the guarantee
you?
they're
being
Horny guy
authentic?
I'm
22?
talking
Is
about
that
a
you?
friend. Only guy 22. What?
Horny guy.
Horny guy 22. No, that's my Reddit ID. That's not my Bumble ID.
That's actually Sparsh's ID and it's authentic. So leave him alone, you poor chap. Come on.
Sparsh is a horny guy. He's genuinely a horny guy. He doesn't need to make a.
What do you mean? Who's not a
this thing.
horny guy? Like who? Like how many people you know are like, I don't like sex here. I mean, come on.
There are people like that. There are
Name
people
me
like
two that we know. Okay, Sriram. Name me one more.
Who are not horny?
Like classically growing up, a guy who's just got no drive for girls. A straight guy who doesn't
No,
have any drive.
Yeah, there are
widow.
people who are asexual. Not
Young guys.
I can't
As
think
the
of
age
one.
goes down, people do get like that sometimes. But name me one guy. Silvery? No, Silvery
No,
loves the blade.
Silver is pretty horny.
Sparsh?
Yeah.
Sparsh,
I
I've seen him
just
mounting
said
fans
Sparsh
and all
is-
that when he's alone.
Sparsh plays guitar. If that's not a sign of being
Yeah.
horny, then I don't know what
Then-
is.
Exactly. And Rishi? Rishi wears a mask.
Rishi
because his thoughts
actually.
are so unholy.
But he's always
Pandemic-
in studio.
That boss, I'm saying, what are their feelings? Chahat ek cheez hai na. You don't have to actually. It's just a feeling. God, Abbas, what's wrong with you? You sound like a molester.
I don't know if anybody's used the word.
You want them to
chahat
act
in
on
a
their
really
feelings
long
every
time.
2 minutes. We send the guy with the guitar. He chases old ladies on the road in Bandra. Every woman getting out of a rickshaw is Sparsha! No. It's just what they feel inside. The Kajol, Kajol, what do you think of the men around you? Aren't they all like?
No, Cyrus. There are a lot of people who are just like normal.
It's normal not to be horny. What? To have
It's
a low
normal
libido is
not to
normal.
act on your horniness in
different.
a
That's civil, not normal or abnormal.
in an
And by the way-
uncivilized way. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why do you ask the chat? All the men who feel that they suffer from low
Yeah,
libido and have
chat.
no interest.
Please tell
I'd like
us
to see-
your.
I wanna
Okay,
know-
okay,
I wanna
actually,
know
you're
a
right.
little
You're right. But on LinkedIn, everyone is horny. Okay. Only thing is that their method of flirting is to say good morning, good morning, good morning, until you like kind of like open your clothes and be like, wow, I'm so turned on with this good morning.
Especially if it's nighttime. This guy still doesn't get it. Yeah.
They managed to message at 7 a.m. Yeah, who are these people? I
Raja,
see
I can message
messages.
you at
No.
4:36. I got up today. I could send. I in fact send messages to people who send me after 9 at that time between 4:30 and
No,
5.
on LinkedIn, their way of horniness is like, for example, the last story. They will be like, today I saw a tea maker in Bangalore and he was accepting crypto. This shows his drive that even despite losing everything, this man wanted to get up, make
Oh,
tea,
God.
and serve
Oh,
the
no.
people. And
This
I
is like the
learned this
spirit of
lesson when
Mumbai.
yeah,
The
exactly.
spirit of
That's
Mumbai
the kind of
stories. They're
shit.
horrible. I hate those stories. Oh, HP
No,
support
this
assistant,
this
access,
tea
help, and
maker
updates in fewer
inspired.
steps. Oh,
What
I
are you
removed
reading
it.
the chat, which
I
doesn't
don't
You give me a
exist?
new laptop in the middle. You're driving.
Can I?
There are 3 podcasts going on. One is my life with tech. Okay, that's throughout the show.
Hmm.
And now
Hmm.
my assistant is not there. I mean, it'll take me minutes to get her. But anyway,
Hmm.
back to your
Can we
story.
talk about Ankur Wariku's post?
What did he say?
Can I
Okay,
pretend I
so
know?
Ankur
Yeah,
Do
let's
you
Wariku
know
do it.
is
Ankur
this
Warikoo?
coach. You don't know Ankur Wariku, Cyrus?
Is it
Um,
wrong?
I'm
I
trying to
do.
think of what is a Western equivalent of Ankur Warikoo. He's this very hip, viral life coach whose
Yeah.
videos go whose videos go
Jay
viral online.
Shetty. I've seen a guy called Jay Shetty.
Kind of like Jay Shetty, but
Yeah. Okay.
not as famous.
Jordan Peterson. He's not a
Okay.
life coach, but he's a
Jordan,
psychiatrist.
not
Psychoanalyst.
Jordan, not Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson, for all his controversy, has been a professor and all. I don't think
Yeah.
Ankur Warikoo has those
Ankur has
credentials,
no credibility. He's like you or me, and then just puts it on
but
a
he's very famous online. Huh? So
Okay,
Yeah,
what did he say?
especially on LinkedIn.
Is he,
So
he's not the same Ankur who makes music. That's another Ankur.
No, that's Pathak.
He has no musical talent. So he put up a LinkedIn post saying that I used to not be so fit and la la la. And then one of my colleagues gave me this T-shirt of embarrassment. It was a T-shirt which was fitting 2 sizes too tight for me, and my paunch was showing, and my this thing. And he said, "Ankur, every day wear your T-shirt of embarrassment and go to the gym so that people will laugh at you, and that will motivate you." And I'm like, what
I'm
a
sorry,
fuck
but
all story.
that's half my wardrobe, and it doesn't make me do shit. Okay, I just order new clothes with a bigger size. Yeah.
Well, this doesn't make any sense because this is any bodybuilding manual will tell you about this. Arnold was famous for posing with the calves hidden in water, covered by something which is genetically weak and not as good as the rest of his physique. So then they tell priority training is you expose that area and only show it and not your good parts, so that you keep telling yourself what's bad and people
Oh,
make
it's
comments.
supposed to be
It's across
done.
bodybuilding. Yeah, it's anybody who's into fitness knows this. He's not come up with some rocket science new theory.
Oh,
How do you
Cyrus,
never
motivate
have.
yourself?
you anyway
If
like to wear
Abbas's
tight
problem is he wants to
t-shirts.
lose weight, then he want the stomach to be highlighted. So that's what he has to see all the time.
Uh,
Take the insults to push him and motivate him to say, okay, I'll
What a
teach you.
horrible
That's
way to
it.
do things. What a
No, it's not
horrible way
horrible.
to be
It's reverse
body
psychology if
shamed.
you like. No, but
No.
you're projecting it for
no,
yourself
but you're
to
shaming
to
someone,
reach.
right, Cyrus? You're
Yeah, but why
shaming
are you so
someone into
fragile
doing
about this
something.
shaming, bro? You'll be
I'm not
shamed in your life.
fragile.
You're a
And the
human
whole
being.
point is, if you're gonna let people shame you into doing stuff, that means their validation
Then
matters so
justifies the
much to you
means. Machiavelli.
as a
Before that,
coach.
Chanakya. But I can't speak Prakriti or Pali, so I can only tell you the Italian version. And it justifies the means. Am I right, Shashi?
No. No, you
He's
can't
No,
be
yes,
absolutely
shamed.
yes.
right.
The idea is the guy wanted to lose weight or get into some sort of shape. So the end, it's on him, Baba. Kajal, he's not insulting you. He and that
Nobody's
guy have
telling the
agreed
whole
that.
world to do it. He's a
One second, the
coach.
dynamic is between him and that coach. Let's say John and Ankur have this system in place, and they go with it. So he's okay with that if he gets some results. So
No,
I'm
no,
not
I
saying it's
know
for
that,
everyone.
but now
It's
as
not
a
for
coach,
everyone.
he's telling
Huh?
the whole world to do it. He's saying this is a good idea.
He's
Okay.
suggesting it's a good idea. If you like it, try it. If you don't like it, don't do it. If you're very fragile and
No,
touchy and you can't handle all
here's
that,
my
don't.
point. Any
Like I
life
make
coach who's
Abbas
saying
fat jokes about Abbas all the time. Slowly, I've taken more liberties. He doesn't seem to bother. I not know. One day he might run me over saying I hated them, but looks like it's not a big deal. So I don't know. Everyone is
No, how
different.
do
That's
you
what I'm saying.
assume it's not a big deal? Okay. No one likes to hear such stuff.
yeah, Cyrus,
He,
it hurts me to the core
He
of
it
my
doesn't
cries
hurt
later,
you,
personality.
Cyrus. After
but
every
you.
show, I've got to sit
But
with him
every
in the
time he's
coffee
hurt, he
shop.
breaks into a
He
Russian
cries.
accent. No, he doesn't cry. He just sweats a lot and it's around the eyes. Come on, for God's
Oh,
sake.
shut up.
Yeah.
No, I think as a life coach, you should not project the fact that it's okay to make someone feel embarrassed about how they look
Yeah.
or
No, he's not. It's not a
whatever they're.
compulsory thing.
But
Whatever
as
floats
a
your
life
boat, bro.
coach, come on, Cyrus. That is what he's
I
projecting. That
like
is
that
what he's
kind of
selling,
thinking.
no?
I like the kind of thing. I think Indian men are too fragile. I don't sound like Andrew Tate, but I'm exposed to them all the time, whether it's at the
But
shoot, whether it's in the podcast. But I think they're always looking for excuses. I couldn't come. Look at Shreyas didn't turn up. Love the guy, but he didn't turn up. Apparently, food poisoning. That doesn't. Unless he's got third stage cancer. I mean, don't tell me about illness. It just sounds wrong. So the thinking is too fragile for
Anyway,
me.
this we can wrap this up another
So he
day.
wants to get
Before we
fit.
go into a
He
break,
wants to get fit. Ankur wanted to get fit. He did the right thing because he was too fragile, and the whole idea is he's too weak in the mind. The mind had to get stronger, and he did it. Not for everyone, but by taking that shame and using it correctly, he was able to push himself to a higher level. Cheers, everybody! I think it's a great idea. From now on, all the fatsos in
and
IBM just make a list.
unlike Ankur Warikoo, I am absolutely fine and happy in my body type. So I don't want to lose weight. So when my shirts get tighter, I just give it away to someone else.
Give it to me now. I
Okay,
don't like
cool.
spending money. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I
I'll
don't
do
mind
that.
if it fits or doesn't fit. As long as it's free. Yeah. That's how I used to
All
meet
right.
girls. Girls with very low standards, they would come and I'd be okay, fine, great. That's it.
Okay, we're almost 40 minutes in, so we have to go into our
40 minutes in.
sustainability
On a
story of
Tuesday
the
morning,
day.
people have to work.
Yes, on a Tuesday morning, the sustainability story powered by the Volvo XC40 Recharge is that there's good news for car buyers all over India. The Indian government has stepped up in the
Say it like you
into
mean it,
make.
Shashi. Shashi, say it like you mean it.
There's a fantastic news for all the car buyers in India, all over the country. The Indian government has stepped in to make electric mobility safer for everyone, which is something I highly recommend. You should always be safe in whatever you explore in your life. There is now safety
Like the
rules that are in
presidential
place
elections.
that the battery manufacturers will have to adhere to going forward. These battery safety requirements will also ensure that consumers are being sold genuine products as deemed safe by the government. Which government? Let's not get into that. But safety is something I will also look after once the results for the president come out. It's also especially helpful for buyers because the companies flouting these norms or have been found to sell faulty batteries will now be forced to issue a complete recall of defective vehicles. The date for this implementation has been the 1st of October, which is a date well gone by in the past as we record this of
We're not recording this, we're
2022.
live.
No, as we record this, the 1st
As we
of
record the
October
live
is,
recording. Yes, sorry.
is in hindsight.
Shashi, I should
So if
have
you're,
argued, yeah.
I totally forgive you, Ramu. So if you're in the market for an EV,
I like to go by the name Malik Arjun. Yeah. That's my moniker.
oh, that's an esteemed colleague of mine who was a runner-up in the results for
Well,
the
runner-up, no
presidential
loser.
elections.
The runner-up is that there are lots of people taking part. If it comes back to just two, then you're the loser. Winner, loser.
If
Yeah,
you-
embarrassing,
if you-
embarrassing.
Please call me loser.
Loser, if you'll allow me to wrap up this wonderful story
Yes,
by
winner, please.
extremely voracious sponsors, if I may please.
Voracious.
If you're in the
Perhaps not the right
voracious,
word.
well, it's better than
Use of vocabulary.
better
like,
than-
like your streams of
better
consciousness
than
have shocked me.
voluptuous is voracious.
Voluptuous.
which is-
No. I think, Shashi, you need to examine your thought. What's on your mind? We just discussed. What did we discuss about men? Okay, back to the
If
sport.
you're in the market for an EV and you only want the safest and the best for your family, you can now get that because there are now systems in place for making sure of your safety. And I've spat all over my microphone, which I will have to clean up in the break that we're about to go in.
Why would you have to clean it up? You're on your own.
Cyrus, I share these promises with a very beautiful lady, and she will
Right.
be massively.
Can I see her? I don't want to sound like a creep. But can I see her?
At this
and
time,
where do I swipe?
At this time in Khargharpur, there are people who like to take a little nap. So this companion of mine is very much in the dreamland.
She's
If you may say. I
lazy
don't know
sod
what I'm
who
saying.
doesn't wake up. She's a lazy sort who doesn't wake up till noon. Is it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Kajol, should we take a break then? Oh, sorry, Abbas, Shashi. I don't know who's in charge.
Yes, please.
Okay, just
Let's
text
go into a
Sparsh
break.
and to tell Rishi because they are somewhat.
Sparsh
crazy.
says we agree to go into the break.
Hello, everybody. It's been another great week on the IVM podcast. Before we get into the rest of promo, I just want to make a quick announcement. Our channel, IVM Likes, is now IVM Pop. We are going to be releasing a number of shows in this channel. Stay tuned for more. On Smarter with Sid explores the lifestyle of a digital nomad and whether it's feasible for a common man in today's age. On The Wire Talk, Siddharth Bhatia is joined by filmmaker Nikhil Advani. They talk about the changes in the audience's tastes, 3 must-do steps for Hindi filmmakers, and how despite efforts, the industry remains unorganized. On Advertising is Dead, Varun talks to communications consultant Karthik Srinivasan. They discuss the communication space and D2C scenario in India. Keep in mind, Karthik is one of our newest hosts. He has his own show, The Advertiser's Guide to the Galaxy. This week, he dissects Usha Grinder's Better Batter ad and analyzes what it tells us about gender stereotypes. And on a niche thing, Anish has an amazing conversation with co-founder of the Lovers Rum, Arijit Bose. They discuss its history, provenance, and types of rums one must try. Once again, everybody, I'd like to remind you all to go check out our merch store on ivmpodcast.com. We have new stuff coming out all the time. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on all platforms. And do remember, spread the word about the shows you're listening to. We would also appreciate it if you could rate or review this show or any of the other shows that you're listening to, wherever you're listening to. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors this week, Volvo XC40 Recharge, Bumble, Heads Up for Tails, and HDFC Mutual Fund. Thank you so much for making this possible.
Captain America, the first Avenger. Thor, the god of thunder. Black Panther, king of Wakanda. Cyrus... Oh, yeah, I'm not part of the Avengers, but I have fallen in love with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, guys. So how excited was I to learn that now my pets can enjoy them too. Introducing Heads Up for Tails, Marvel range of products. From premium Marvel-themed dog beds, to Marvel t-shirts for your pets, to Marvel-themed dog harnesses and collars, and some awesome Marvel-themed pet accessories. Also, even Marvel-themed capes that your fur babies can wear. They look especially adorable in the capes. I love the capes. So just visit the one-stop shop for all your pet care needs, Heads Up for Tails, to get the best food, treats, clothes, and accessories for your little fur balls. Visit www.headsupfortails.com or visit the Heads Up for Tails store today. Now, America's calling me. Except I don't have the shield. Where's the shield? Yes, and as we come back after the break, we've started a new section called Funniest Impression of the Week. And it goes to... Well done, Kajol, for your impression of a girl in a police station talking to a watchman while parking the car.
Thank you.
What, you thought you'd get it? Shashi, you will not get it.
I was expecting it.
You're not going to get it. No, not for... Oh, shit, I broke it. Oh, shit. My wife's marathon something. She should kill me.
Oh, man.
We got to be careful. You can't trust people like this. My wife achieved all her athletic glory after the age of 40. Those kind of people take it seriously. Like, never ran anything in school or college. And then suddenly after 40, they discover this and start taking part in contests and all that. And so they've gone berserk. It's horrible. Finding life and meaning in your 40s. But then you should be washed out and dead like me. No, this is what you get. Abbas, you're frozen.
No.
Oh, that's just you. Sorry. Sorry. Maybe it's a couple of push-ups before we start the show, Shashi. Yeah, okay.
Cyrus, McDonald's in the US is going to
That's a nice name.
introduce
I was half Irish.
Happy Meal with toys for adults. And it's not the kind of toys. It's not the kind of toys you think they are. But
for whom?
For adults. So from October the 3rd, customers in the US will be able to order a cactus plant flea market box, which is a very enticing name, which will have a drink, fries, and a choice between a Big Mac or a 10-piece box of McNuggets. The meal box features McDonald's iconic bright yellow and red color scheme, as well as pops of other bold colors. Why doesn't it say what toys they have?
What's a toy?
So you know the whole Happy Meal. You know the Happy Meal concept, right?
Yeah.
So essentially, they are bringing back some of the most iconic, nostalgic toys for adults for them to order.
So it's because we grew up on these toys when we were young.
Yes,
it's a recall.
Yes.
So it's like recasting me as an MTV VJ for those people who want to go back in time. I think it's a great idea.
Returning McDonald's mascots Grimace the Hamburglar and Birdie will join a new one, Cactus Buddy, for the new Happy Meal. And according to McDonald's, the Happy Meal will... I remember the Hamburglar.
Yes.
I don't remember the other.
The guy with the mask on?
No. So it used to be a guy in a striped T-shirt with a domino mask.
Yeah. That's the guy. Okay. So I used to collect that for Mikhail Maya. Okay, so that's their generation. What about for me? Because there was no McDonald's when I was young. There was Vada Pav. Then as a Parsi, we looked the other way. Yeah. That you could say that in those days. Now it's like a national dish and all. They got to be damn careful. Can't insult food also in this country. I mean, why can't we insult food? Food sucks sometimes. Why can't we say things about food? Food can be horrible. Why can't food be horrible? Food is horrible.
You know what my takeaway? What my takeaway was from this article. So the US Chief Marketing and Customer Experience Officer says we're taking one of the most nostalgic McDonald's experiences and literally repackaging it in a new way that's hyper relevant for our adult fans. And you know what the name of this Chief Marketing Officer is? Tariq Hassan. So a brown guy has made it to the top.
He may be a white convert. You don't know for
That's
sure.
possible.
Yeah.
But white converts usually have like a half English, half Muslim or whatever
Like
Middle
John
Eastern name.
Muhammad.
But Tariq Hassan just sounds brown. I'm pretty sure it's a brown guy.
Okay, my camera has just, does its own thing. I was mark of protest because you went on about McDonald's and I've never seen these toys. I felt really
I
bad
have
about it.
always worked with animators, and to me, Happy Meals were for adults only. They used to all rush to get their toys.
But
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't-
not to. I mean,
can I
as
say
a
something?
yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the people who think you outgrow McDonald's, like it's a kiddie thing and a
Exactly, I
phase in your
love
life.
I know.
McDonald's.
Exactly. So
I
I'm saying I think
love.
you like
How do
fast
you
food.
love the taste of McDonald's? I understand like the
I
concept, but the
Not in
taste.
India because in India they don't play the food they give you inside the bun is all rubbish. But in
Hmm.
civilized countries where you have a choice of food, Abbas knows what I'm talking about. It's quite good. I'm a Burger King fan, if I have to be honest. The double Whopper in Spain I had 3 times. Uh,
But Burger King in India is even worse.
Yeah, it's
More than
really
because
bad.
McDonald's.
that's due to the fact that they're not letting us put the meats in and all. Okay, so let's not go there.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
because that's not fair. Let's say we're all in Kuala Lumpur and we can eat everything or whatever,
Hmm.
and it's
Yeah.
fantastic the experience. At least I like fast food. Kunal hates fast food. My wife is not a fan. My son is very careful about his weight, although he likes it, and that leaves Maya and me. So we're like a minority every time we go out for the thing. And I'm saying, why do adults pretend like it's a shame to admit that you like fast food or it's like
Yeah.
unsophisticated or I mean I don't get that.
No, I like
I
fast
don't
food,
get
but I
it.
like better made fast food. Like I like a nicely made burger and chips and chocolate
See what you
milkshake.
did? You made
What's
me and the
your
camera get
favorite
angry.
burger place in Bombay,
So there
Kajol?
is Stacks and
Bandra.
Racks. No, Stacks and
Everybody says
Racks in
burger
Malad.
there.
Stacks and Racks. What are they offering with the burgers?
Oh, Abbas, that was
That's a
so
that's a
mature.
happy meal I'd like to have.
Takes you back to your young days.
Yeah.
See, mommy, Vijay's mother's got much better.
Burgers, buns.
Oh God.
Now, don't ask what's inside the burger anymore. Yeah. But why the complex? They don't understand the complex about fast food, where people like, oh, we are so well read and developed as citizens of the
I don't know,
world. We
man.
don't eat.
McDonald's just appeals to my most basic sort of taste
Papa, it's a
buds.
thing
Where
called taste also. Now we like the taste.
yeah,
Why, is
it's
it wrong
just
to like the, oh God,
mayonnaise
it's
and
so
cheese and it's
manufactured?
soft and it's gooey and I like it.
F
I
it
don't
all.
know.
I like the chip booty at Theobroma. It's nothing but chips and mayo and cheese in a burger.
Chip booty.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
it's
God,
carbon,
Abbas, do you have to sexualize every
I
food?
think I am not. I'm just saying we can sense a theme
Kajol,
here.
go back to my
Kajol, your
first
favorite
conversation
burger
about
place.
Indian men. Kajol, Indian men being extremely horny and it's normal for them to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
It's
Have I
y'all.
exposed
It's y'all.
you've
Yes.
seen this on the show, right? At
Yes.
least I'm open about whatever I'm feeling. This guy pretends not to be with his Shashi Tharoor accent, but he's a dirty carnivore who goes to McDonald's and preys on women for some reason. I'll have a
No, I
happy meal
prey
and
on
I'll
the
have her
burgers.
and her every time he goes there.
The burgers
Exposed.
are all I prey on.
Exposed.
But I
Yeah.
think Cyrus, it's also because our line of work, like shoots and comedy shows or whatever, we are done usually late at night, and McDonald's is the only place, or at least till very recently, it used to
I
be the
give you
only
all
place
that. I give you
open
all that. Necessity is the mother of your
for late.
appetite. I give you
Yeah.
all that. But I'm saying also, when I give you a choice, sometimes in your life, are you not happy on a lazy holiday, wherever the hell you are you not happy
Yeah.
to go to a fast food
Yeah.
joint? I am.
You know
I
what?
just
I'm
don't have
gonna just
company.
order McDonald's right after this recording. Now
Exactly.
I'm craving for it right now.
But order
And
it from
McDonald's has the
Malaysia.
best fries.
Order it from Malaysia. Okay, yeah, fries are fan. Oh God, fries! Don't start me off on fries.
Yeah.
Fries should be
Mm.
declared like
Yeah,
the national dish of the
I like
world.
KFC's popcorn chicken also.
Oh yeah,
You're a
that's good.
strange person, Kajol. I don't know what you're talking about. Fries, on the other hand, fantastic.
It's
Oof.
chicken fries. So you can call it chicken fries. It's like
This evil daughter of mine, she orders only the fries, and because I'm not supposed to have, I can, but whatever, all the problems I have with food now, she eats in front of me, and I have to smell it because the smell in the room it just pervades, right?
For
The French
KFC.
fry car,
Yeah,
all of
for
them,
French
all
fries. Yeah,
the
yeah,
French
yeah.
fries smell, bro.
That's
Oh,
true.
it's the most beautiful thing in the
I'm
world.
just glad Kajol's third choice wasn't like I like the popcorn and camel toe from KFC.
Oh, God, really, Kajol, where were you going with this? Next
you
time,
know what?
Stacks and racks, chip booty,
next time on the
the
road,
popcorn
eating
camel
poha
toe.
with you. This is not good. This is not good. Okay. Wow. Even
Poha
I feel like
is
now, even I feel like eating, but I don't like the way it's made here because they don't put the right stuff inside
that's
because of
true.
the
Yeah.
cultural issues we have.
Hmm.
Abbas, be a dear. Can you run all the way to London and get me a Happy Meal?
I'll send it from there. I'm not coming back with it.
I wonder if that can be organized through and through systems. I mean, why can't it? In a sense, I mean,
You guys,
order
you
supplements
guys
from
remember
England.
Kinder Joy, the chocolate which used to have a
That
toy
was quite
inside
crap.
it? No,
Quite
yaar, this
crap.
was
How
some
dare you?
good.
These are all things I
Yeah,
like. Kajol,
So
how dare you
sweet.
bully us?
It's so sweet.
I'm talking about the
Thanks.
quality of the toys inside.
It reminds me
that.
of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Thanks for saying that and noticing that. That's beautiful.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Why are
now
we
we
talking
go
about
to.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm changing track and we're going into our HUFT pet tail story.
right?
Our story today comes from a few years back, from 2016, when the NSG, a national security guard dog named Rocket, burnt his paws while searching for militants during the Pathankot airbase attack and was honored on the eve of Independence Day. He was awarded the Chief of Army Staff, or COAS, commendation
Wow.
for courage and obedience to command. A 2.5-year-old, especially trained Belgian Malinois is a
Malinois.
soldier of the elite commando
Malinois,
force.
he's not someone from the subway here. Malinois. You show respect to the dogs.
The commando force is called K9, which is the letter K and 9,
Obvious.
but
Yeah.
it's also a pun on the word canine.
Thank you.
The canine.
I like you when you're Shashi. You know, when you're a schoolmaster boring me to death with the explanation. You're now Silvery's grandfather. Oh.
On January 1st, the NSG commandos were flown in from the Palam military airbase to flush out terrorists from the Indian Air Force base in Pathankot. Rocket, who is on deputation on the country's federal counter-terror force from the Indian Army, was also deployed along with the commandos. So yes, another great act of bravery from one of our canine
know,
friends.
Talking about fragile Indian males. I
Yeah.
mean, we should spend time with Belgian Malinois. What dogs they are. I mean, they're unflinching. They have such courage, and I mean, so focused on the task. And then the guy comes to the gym, hands behind his back, body language, looking at the TV, scratching his chest, asking me, "Did you have a good weekend? Sorry to hear about what happened." I mean, look at the Malinois. Take the lead off. Boom, he's in like
Yeah.
Flynn. That's what you need. You need someone that get up and go. That Josh Junoon. That's what we don't have anymore. And that's why I'm writing my book, Indian Men Suck, Let's Save the Bastards. Or maybe the title could also be just called Arjun. Because of the present government, I don't want to, alienate anyone.
Yeah, and Arjun is not a controversial name at all.
Shashi.
So it says here that because of Rocket's bravery, it encouraged the India's canine units to induct more Belgian Malinois dogs, as they have shorter fur, which helps avoid heat strokes.
So they're like the German Shepherd, which is bred. They're very similar in the sense, but the fact is that all the hip injury issues, all the problems that the breed had. This is very horrible stories about how humans engineer animals, but they do that literally in this clinical fashion. But they've kept all the strong points, which is the fierceness, the loyalty, the courage, the honor, the integrity. The dogs really have integrity. You have to know one to understand. And with that, they've got the physical things correct this time. Little faster, smaller, more athletic, that kind of thing. So it would be like Abbas, how I became a Malinois version of you, the shepherd. It's like that,
Right. So
but we both are the same. If Kajol's in trouble, she would call us.
Would you not have the thick layer of hair that I have on me if you were a Malinois?
I do, but Monday and Tuesday only. 5 days
Okay,
a
and
week, I'm
today
okay.
is a Tuesday. So.
Not really, no? Or is it?
Okay, should we do one more story before we go to the
Yeah,
airbase?
let's do that.
Well, it is a democratic
so-
process, so let's pretend that we care. And yes, okay.
You mean to say the elections of my party are a democratic process? Well, let's just say they haven't been for quite some time.
So what you're saying is the family sits around the ballot box, drops everything out, and says, "We've made our decision."
Well, I don't know what family you're talking about, Cyrus, but
not parivar. I use the English word. It's hugely different. Please understand. Yeah.
also the current government has kind of taken over the word parivar, so it only makes
That's
sense.
what I meant. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
I'm in a mood to explain jokes today, Cyrus.
Yeah, I don't know why, really. Yeah. And explain my joke, which is insulting to me now. Is that what? I did not get my joke? Are you telling me about it? I mean, really.
So in Uttarakhand, you can get you can get a real jail experience for rupees 500 a night. If your
You can
astrologer
get it in
predicts,
UP also without paying.
Yeah.
But the bail is
No, but-
expensive, so you do pay in the end. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Now when
this
Kajol
is,
makes a joke, you're not laughing, you ungenerous bastard.
no,
Huh?
because I'm
Otherwise, it's ha ha,
concentrating how
Shashi this,
to.
Shashi that. The people are
I'm
watching you,
concentrating
chauvinist.
on how
Sorry, go
to get the story across.
Okay.
So this is, I think it's a very peculiar thing. If your astrologer predicts that planetary positions in your horoscope are not good and you're likely
Sorry.
to go to jail, the jail administration in Uttarakhand,
Oh,
Halwani, has
so
come
you
up
have
with
to
a
actually
unique
walk the
idea.
walk to get
Yeah,
out of it. Acha,
you
acha.
can ward off bad karma for a nominal fee of rupees 500 per night in prison.
Now you can ask our Manglik, who unfortunately we're not in the studio today. Manglik will explain to you that it's a similar concept where they make the person untree himself.
Marry,
Yeah.
marry a tree or a dog. Poor
So what is
dog.
the food you
Uh,
get? What food
in
do
the
you get?
jail,
Dog can at
Yeah.
least say no. The tree.
these tourist inmates are given prison uniforms and food made in the jail kitchen.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can get.
Is
you
there
can
is
get
there
that.
a particular food product you're trying to get at?
No, I'm
Kajol?
just
No, I'm
wondering
just
whether they
thinking.
give like normal food and not the jail food.
No, if it's a
No, no.
jail experience, then they would give
Okay,
jail
guys,
food,
one second,
right?
one second. Jail food for dal chawal will be par for the course. So, for those who do not really
No,
keen on that, like
so
me, it's not going to be fun.
the guy who went to jail with Munawar Faruqi,
Nalin.
Nalin,
Who remained
I
in
heard
jail.
for a
Poor
much longer
Munawar's
time.
career
Yeah,
boomed.
exactly. So I was listening to an interview of his, and he says because the jails are so overcrowded and like way beyond what the number of people they're supposed to hold, what they do is they really dilute the dal. So they put a lot of water and make it more watery so that you can just serve more number of people in the jail. So yeah, but he was saying that the quality of food in jail isn't half bad. It's not
Hey,
bad
Baba,
food.
these are struggling comedians, Abbas. They're not used to McDonald's.
That's true. Yeah. Also, IITs. I mean, considering what IIT served you, Kajol, I think this jail food may not be half bad.
This brings me back to the whole spectrum of food where one man's
Huh.
meat is another man's poison, literally. And we can't, and it's not about rich food or food from poorer sections or whatever. But the taste is
Mm.
different. Like you and I love Olympia's beja masala, but a very rich
Yeah.
person may not be comfortable in the area for some reason. But how to explain that food is top of the line for me in that dish? I've never eaten a better one. I don't know if you have. So,
But
so,
there's not
so
much taste in jail food, from what I hear. Because
no, that we
I
don't
saw
know.
Nalin's interview where he says
Yeah.
that even in the halwa they don't put sugar. He said, "I don't eat like sweet." And
Yeah.
Because
Even in the
diabetes is a
chai, I
problem.
think they
and they
don't.
care. Yeah. Sorry.
Even in the
Okay.
tea, I don't think they put sugar. So
yeah,
But I
he
must say,
said,
I do respect Nalin, who's sitting there with all the problems that he's facing and is worried about why sucker nahi hai isme. Just sitting. That's a bit, that's an interesting way of looking at things. But I'm sure
yeah.
across the length and breadth of the country, there might be some jailer, superintendent, or somebody who's into food, a foodie kind of guy who's running it, and he just does a better job. Like I've always noticed the production person on a shoot, if he likes food, everything changes. He's happy to provide food because it's on his
but their
mind like it is
funding should be there, na? Like my
no,
grandmom
you
years
don't.
back had gone
You
to
don't
Arthur Road jail.
Kajol. No, that's okay. Go on.
This
My
is a
grandmama
grandmother
used-
story, Cyrus, not the mother story.
No, then I'll argue the point about money correlating to food taste. Yeah, sorry.
They'd gone to Arthur Road jail, she and her bahu, to check out the state of the food. I don't know why. And they realized that in
They
jail,
don't cater if they wanted for a wedding or something.
I
Huh.
know. They realized that the upma has nothing in it. There's no vegetables, there's nothing. And my grandmom used to make upma very similarly in the house.
But how do they get to taste
So,
it?
They tasted it.
How? How were they
They-
allowed to? They
my-
punched each other and then went to jail.
It was the 60s, Cyrus. It was a wild
It
time.
was the
What?
60s
So you
also.
say मैं ताज महल के लिए घूमने फिरने के लिए आ गया इधर अभी
नहीं,
मैं
नहीं.
mind
And
change
also
करके
my-
इधर
my-
why
जाके
why
देखने
is
का आ गया.
Kajol's grandmother talking in an accent?
No, my
I just gave her a character, Papa. I'm sorry. You wanted to be a little more salt of the earth, North Indian type. Oh, yaar.
Tamilian, Baba. She's Tamilian. You be
Oh,
Tamilian.
sorry. I'm not going to do that, man. I refuse. Please.
So then what
So
did
what,
she do?
I am more interested in how they got into the jail to eat the food.
Okay, because her bahu, my aunt, was the daughter of the
No,
governor of
Kajol,
the
how
Reserve
did the
Bank.
process of allowing them to eat the food happen? They're not
Because you're
inmates.
allowed. Because my aunt was a daughter of the governor of the Reserve Bank, so there were
So
connections.
they pull strings. So, yeah,
Of
okay.
course.
Now it makes
Can't
sense.
just-
So the call came to the jailer, superintendent fellow, who said, boss ka ladki hai and all that. So immediately, ha, sharam, sharam, sharam.
I
And next thing you
assume
know-
so. I assume so. It's a very old story. I was just told this part. But
There was
my
no phone?
grandmom,
Okay, a telegram came and then, he read it. Boss And then, okay. Yeah. Abbas has gone to
So-
sleep, by the way.
So all the upma in my grandmom's house post that was called prison upma because she used to make it equally badly.
Ouch. Oof. Hey, that's a good story. What do you think about this as a 26-part series? Across the jails of India.
I
Abbas
think
goes on a tour.
Why did you say Kunal?
I don't think Kunal's got pancreatitis, so I don't think he's the right guy.
I
to
don't
go
think
to
this food
places.
will affect him. It'll be excellent for his pancreatitis.
I'm thinking take a younger guy because Kunal's too set in his ways, no? Okay, chalo. Kunal and Abbas together.
Is there a chance that you are making Kunal pay for something else, Kajol? Making him, I don't know.
He's just hoping that after visiting 26 jails, one will just adopt him. You belong here, beta. And next thing you know,
I think it's a great idea. Just tell Kunal that he should do a series on jails.
I think it's a decent idea in the sense that I think people would like to see this because the perspective is very different when you talk about it for the first time. What is jail food like? It's not a thought you've had very often. So it's quite interesting. Because maybe we're wrong. Maybe the stereotype is not exactly what we think. Because we think Tihar, Yerwada, these Arthur Road. But there are many jails somewhere in Jabalpur or somewhere, northeast or whatever. There might be a better jail with nice facilities and
No,
food.
yeah. My mom was a social worker now. So I've even been to remand homes for underage kids. The food
That was
is
your
not,
house. Sorry. And
the food is not great, Cyrus. The food is not good anywhere. It's
so
a government
sad.
institution. They
Even
have to feed a lot
criminals
of
should
people.
be allowed to eat.
Except for McDonald's, which is where the food is amazing.
So can I tell you in Dubai, when they keep you in the
Yeah.
airport, and I won't mention names of celebrities who've been kept there for drug possession, etc. So you can see them when you pass. When you're walking.
Vijaras.
I'm not taking names. It's not fair. But because
When
all the
you
Indian
don't
and
take names, it's okay.
Abbas,
But
the
when
Indian
we
and
take
Pakistani
names, you
guys-
keep
no,
poking us.
Indian and
Okay.
Pakistani guys, you know what they do now? If they recognize you, they come and tell you, "Dekho, kaun hai andar?"
Yeah,
And they take you as
yeah,
like a squash court with glass thing, and you can see it, right?
Hmm.
So if they recognize you, you have to go with them because they're so excited to show you another desi in jail. It's like that.
Yeah.
We are so proud of our people. Well done. And so,
So,
Dubai
uh,
jail,
so-
Nitin
they
Mirani
get great
performed
food.
for them
They
also.
get great food. It's air conditioned. It's like a proper hotel. You look at it from outside and say, wait a
Oh.
minute. If I'm late for my flight, whatever, I'm early for my flight, it's not the worst, position to be in. I must say. So I'm just saying, maybe Scandinavia
if-
will have great jails.
Yeah, if
sure
ever you get
Sweden and-
detained, you're recommending the Dubai airport to get detained.
Dubai jail, Scandinavian countries I hear are great. They have even
Yeah.
open jail policies where you're in jail,
Yeah,
but there's nothing shut. They're just expected not to leave because they don't know that they can or that they should or whatever. Imagine a Desi being locked up and the bars are not there. There's no door. It's 10 o'clock. There's no man standing outside with a gun or anything. I mean, he's off. He's gone forever.
But then the Desi wouldn't leave. He's like, this is the life I dreamed.
Yeah. Mummy, you must come and visit.
Okay, let's go to the AMAs. So the first question comes from Ameya Bonde. He asks, "Hi Cyrus and team. So my AMA question for the entire panel is, what are your views on people getting your name wrong?"
So I'm
Cyrus,
immune.
I think you're the most qualified for this. Yeah.
No, I'm immune.
Silesh.
Yeah, that's true. My name is, but even Kajol gets pronounced, I pronounce it wrong all the time. Abbas is the only one.
Kajol and Kajol gets pronounced, but no one gets my last name right, yeah. So it's Srivastava, Srivasan, something. I don't give a damn anymore.
Although, frankly
So,
speaking, Srinivasan is a well-known name. It's not, it's difficult unless you live in some ghetto
but
where
I'll-
you only know your community or something, those kind of people.
I'll give you an example, Kajol. So you remember I messaged you a couple of days ago about a corporate show inquiry that I had, which I
Yeah.
forwarded on to you.
Which I got.
So yeah, oh amazing. So
And
this
you give him
person
10%,
now
you give him 10%
after
finder's
I
fee.
tell you this story, don't cancel it, okay? So so they approached me and they were like, we wanted to perform for a group of women or whatever. So I was like, I think my friend Kajol would be more suitable for this. So I sent them her contact, and her name in my phone is saved as Kajal. Okay. So then she replies back saying, is it Kajal or Kajol? So I was like, it's spelled Kajal, but it's pronounced Kajol. And it shows the full name, Kajol Srinivasan. So then she's asking, but her surname is Srinivasan. Why do they call her Kajol? I'm like, no, it's a Bengali
Talk to her
name.
parents.
So they,
No, how dare you
Yeah,
ask
so-
that question? I can be called Lorry for all you know.
I
I
was
mean, that's
like-
my parents' point, not yours.
why is this
God.
person so concerned about what her last name is
Yeah,
and
and
how
why
to
she taking,
pronounce
why
it
she
and all of that?
offended? Oh, if she's Tamil, how does she have this name?
It's
And
not
what the hell?
offended. They just
No, it's
try
almost
to
like offended. Like, how
try to-
dare you?
they just
So
try
then
to.
I had to do Kajol set for her. No, she's 1/3 Bengali and 1/3 Tamilian.
And what's the 1/3?
Marwadi.
You're Maru also.
Mother's
Wow.
side.
What a lovely mix. But that's great. That's fantastic.
My
I
mom
wish
calls
India was
my
mixed
mom
up
says
like
my
this, which is
granddad was
great.
the only poor Marwadi in Bombay. So we're
That
not
might
all
be
that
true.
happy about it.
I've grown up only with Marus, and I've not met a poor one. I'm relatively poor one, yes, but not poor.
My
I mean,
granddad
honestly.
was into Bollywood, so he's produced the old Bisal Baad with Hemant Mukherjee, and he
Bisal
didn't make
Oh.
money from that
Ramsey
also.
Brothers.
Yeah, not
No,
the
no,
Ramsey
the
brothers.
black and
Brothers,
white
Bisal
one.
Baad.
The
The
black and white
one.
one, Cyrus. Why?
That's
When has
before
Hemant
that.
Kumar worked with Ramsey
Oh,
Brothers?
okay. All right. I don't bow to you because I'm not familiar then. Sorry. But did he have a casting couch?
No, she said it was a petticoat government in our house. My mother was in charge. My father didn't have the guts to do anything.
So I'd be like going from my house to your house. I'd again have
Yeah,
no
exactly.
status whatsoever. Damn it. It's not a good
For
friend to have,
me,
really.
people spell my name as Abbas, Abhay, and I've told the story of how one cop thought my name was Abraham, so he made a
He
slip
thought you were a
regarding
prophet.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know,
Okay.
Abbas, sorry,
huh.
if your name goes wrong, there's no hope for the country because you're, with due respect, one of the common names alive. Okay,
And best friend of Mr. Modi in his childhood.
yeah, all that. But I'm saying, who doesn't know an Abbas? I mean, you can't be. I mean, really, come on. But when you go down the
All I'll
name,
say, there are people in our country who grow up completely alienated and cut off and don't meet people of other cultures. So for them, these names are very strange and new and unique. So yeah,
wow,
there are people.
that's a lot of prejudice coming from you, minority.
No
Ouch.
prejudice is there, not
Yeah.
from my side. Anyway,
Yeah.
the next question comes from Hari B. He says, "Hi, thanks to the sex massage episode and Niv, I am listening to Peter Cat recording, which is not lo-fi, but nice trippy jazz and moody blues. Thank you for the podcast. Thank you for the podcast. Makes my drive to
Who,
work and back bearable in the
who was the Peter Cat
Namma Uru
fan?
traffic." Nivedita.
And I know, and Kajol, you also. So one of you started going on
No,
about it as well.
No, I was just going on about sex massage the whole episode. Cyrus.
No,
It
that was
very
fine, but
intellectual.
the Peter Cat then turned out to be this iconic guy, and everybody was. There was more than one person.
Yeah.
I'm too old.
No, so,
Who's going to remember?
yeah. It's not a question. He's just saying thanks for the
Imagine
the
Peter Cat having to, on the phone with him, Mr. Cat, and they're pronouncing that wrong, Mr.
There's
Cat.
a restaurant in Calcutta called Peter Cat. Isn't that the same guy? I don't know.
Maybe it's his name is an homage to that restaurant. I don't know.
Maybe it's just a cheap version of the famous chocolate. They just want to keep
Not
the brand.
Kit Kat.
Yeah, no.
It took me a while to get that. Anyway,
Don't worry. Mine is all about the journey, not the way you reach.
right. The next one comes from Somit Iyer. Hi everyone. At what point would you introduce super chats on YouTube? Do you need to hit minimum subscriber number? This question is Abbas or Antariksh, as somebody who would need to explain to
Since I have
Cyrus
no idea
what
what you're
super
talking
chat
about,
means.
Yeah. I'm
Just kidding.
starting my OnlyFans channel now. I've decided. now.
Did you
Oh,
already
really?
started on Instagram? I thought I saw something. No?
It's not. That was
That
like a
was a
mistake.
taste. That was just a taste.
I was
teaser.
trying to show my right quad stomp, a la Jay Cutler. All the people attacking my legs all the time. That's it. Okay, and then he tells me there's a hole in the underwear, so I covered it with my hand, and then of course it looked terrible later when I saw it. I didn't see that part. I was so happy with the right leg striations coming out, and I was just, it's vanity is a horrible thing. Really, you miss the other part. And then
Having an OnlyFans is not an easy
now
thing.
my friends follow you. Huh?
Having an OnlyFans is not easy. It's just like plugging your OnlyFans wherever you can. Like subscribe.
Let's go. You think
But no,
Volvo and HUFT will stay? I'm just a little worried there now for a minute. Gotta check that out offline.
but you
with
do know
Pulse
what a
as we
super
speak.
chat is, right?
Yeah. Test me. Except I
Essentially,
can't hear.
on YouTube, you can pay to get your comment or your question highlighted. So the moment
But who do you pay?
make the
YouTube?
YouTube channel, yeah.
Wow, those guys make money out of
Yeah.
us all the time like this. It's
I
ridiculous.
mean, you have to connect.
But we have been paying
YouTube
just to
account
get this on YouTube. So ours is a different, we're really low in the list.
But
of where to
guys,
go.
you don't need a certain subscriber number because you'll need
I
to
mean,
hit
we've
that because
crossed
Silvery goes to
12,000.
watch Japanese porn again or whatever he did last time. Right?
What? Is that a thing
You're-
we are doing? That if you hit a certain number of subscribers,
don't you
you'll do a
remember
thing?
how Silvery managed to lock
Sparsh is
yourself?
saying we've crossed the minimum
Oh, you how we
threshold
lost it?
that is
How we lost
required.
the
How you
thing?
lost it? How you lost it?
Oh,
I remember.
We
that. Oh,
lost
yeah,
it because
yeah,
he was
yeah.
on some adult website or something, so they
Yeah,
cancelled us.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
horrible. And the
And
best part, I think
because of
Amit was in America, so he was so upset. He left the team alone for like 10 days, and he comes back. There's no YouTube. It's like that.
because of
And it's
that
me
now
and Silvery,
the
huh? Me and Silvery. So now I don't know what I'm doing, and that guy was like, it went out like that for half an hour.
And I was a guest on the first episode after you lost your YouTube, and there were
Yeah.
3 people watching.
Yeah. He had to start from scratch. And Kajol, Amit was very cross, huh, I must tell you. I mean, he was trying his best not to be. And when you're trying not to be, it's like when you're drunk and trying not to be drunk, it was like that. Yeah. Yeah. So what did you... His talk even more... His softness becomes more aggressive, Have you noticed that? So Amit goes softer when he's a little angry. And that softness came out, and Silvery was stammering even more. Silvery didn't get a word out. Silvery was like...
I think Silvery had no regret. He was like, yeah, I was just wanted to read this manga, and I don't know what happened, man. Everything just went away. But I was going to say
still don't know what
something.
happened.
Fuck, I forgot.
I still don't know what happened.
I
can't
was
figure
saying
it
that
out.
because of that one incident, the social media team in office is now not allowed to leave their laptops outside in the open. They have to lock them in a locker before going away for the day.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
They have to lock me?
Yeah, they have to put their
Don't they have
systems in a
passwords?
locker. I mean, yeah, they can come and retrieve it the next day, but they can't just leave the laptop overnight in the office unattended.
Bro, I do think we should wait till we see real success before we behave like this. You're gonna be like, it just makes no sense.
No, I
What to
totally
lose?
get it.
You got
You
nothing
can't
to lose.
risk losing 12,000 subscribers again. But I want to ask.
Hey,
in
bro, we
return,
came back. Kajal was right.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
how many were that very first episode. We were back to square one. It's so embarrassing. It's a new medium. 3. She's not even joking. Literally, right? It was like literally like 10 people or something. It was ridiculous.
But I would like to ask who's asked this question. Somit, how much what's the most you would pay to get your super chat featured on the chat? Let us know, and then we'll
What-
think about it.
Is it a rate card thingy? I thought it's just a set price,
People,
right?
yeah, people pay in dollars and pounds and all of it. Yeah,
So
that's
because
how
the rupee is
Tanmay
so
Bhatt
weak,
makes a living. That's how Tanmay Bhatt makes a living.
foreign exchange.
He streams he streams for 3-4 hours, and people keep doing the super chats for him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can we hire him? But there'll be 3
Yeah.
fat boys in our office. No, leave it.
Sparsh is saying we've crossed the number and we'll get the answer from him on Thursday, as tomorrow we have to. Oh, very subtly Sparsh reminding me that I have to make an announcement that we won't be having an episode tomorrow, which is a Wednesday, because of the Sarah. So we will see you
So
again.
then why
on
did we do
Thursday.
this show? We would have
Because
been
this is a
fine.
Tuesday. This is a Tuesday episode, Cyrus. It's
Oh.
a Tuesday today.
Oh, so why didn't
The
I shoot that
holidays
damn
on
thing on
Wednesday.
Wednesday? Oh, so Dashera.
Yeah.
Oh mein Gott. Himmel. Schnell. Okay, got it. Wow.
I have one last
By the way, I'm
question,
going to
Cyrus.
Mira Road today because it's Tuesday,
What?
right? I'm going to Mira Road, yeah,
Why
which
you
is
going
really
Mira
far
Road?
for
Wow,
me.
okay.
And forget that Kajal, I
For
have to
a
come
shoot.
back in the night.
But why
Can you
are you
imagine
going?
that?
Why are you going?
Are the British left the country because of these kind of things? Mira Road back to town. The
Why
most
you going
British
to Mira
commanders
Road?
said, okay,
I said,
that's it.
drop into my house on the way.
How? Where's it on the way? You're halfway. After you it starts to drive. You only
I mean,
Kandivli.
Yeah,
You are
come,
from
come,
Mira
come.
Road?
Come over.
Oh, I'm already feeling depressed. And
We
actually
both know
sorry for this
that Cyrus is not going to come over. Okay, can I take one last
I would
question
have to
from
go over, but
Discord?
where's the time? I have to go and do something there and whatever in so many hours and come back.
Is it an event or is it a shoot?
Shoot.
Oh,
Okay.
CHUT, shoot.
Rogue Cucumber asks, how much of a cat person is Cyrus? We know Naveen has a pet cat. Why doesn't Cyrus have one?
I don't mind keeping. I love. We feed cats at the BG. I'm fighting
Yeah,
all
even I
these
love cat.
haters that are there now. So some idiot in the lawns which are owned by the BMC and not owned by any club. Let me tell you, oh, the cat poop is too much. We can't exercise. It was rubbish exercise that they do in any case. Cat poop is so small in a huge lawn. These are the issues. That's why. How do you explain that India is not a superb happy society when these are the problems people have? Honestly, and don't come after me with VIPs. Really, how can this be an issue with somebody? That you're so small-minded they want to chase cats because they made you poop in a lawn which is open to everyone. Okay, it's like Azad Maidan or Shivaji Park. It's a proper full ground. A cat poop. Kajol as a cat person, Abbas as a cat person. Please show the size of cat poop.
My cat goes outside and poops and comes back. I'm like, that's chill.
No, you must be having a sand pit. So now we're going to try and get that done.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm like, just the way people get angry, it's just ridiculous. Over what? Frustrated,
No,
unbelievably.
luckily the
unhappy,
people in my
ridiculous,
building are all very
small-minded.
cat lovers and they pet the cat whenever they see the cat. So I think
The problem
here
with petting
it's chill.
a cat is very low. So your hamstrings take a beating every time. So I have to be
Yeah,
very careful at
that's
my age.
true.
So I stretch before I pat. Or I go down and I stay with them for a little while. Make it paisa vasool. Yeah.
Did you
But
ever have
early,
a pet cat, Cyrus?
I brought a cat home, but they are from the road when I was young. When my mom made me,
Okay.
we fed her and then had to put her back. I brought everything home: pigeons, turtle. I found in a market and brought home.
Is that how you found
Sparrows.
Kunal?
Kunal, I left downstairs. The delivery boy brought him up. That was a bit sad. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That brings us
Kunal
to
Badri
the
didn't
end of
like
the
animals.
AMAs. Really?
No, he was scared.
Oh.
He was scared of dogs. He was no connection with cats or cows or anything. Nothing. It's taken him a long time. Now he's okay, but he's not really an animal enthusiast. But now he's okay around them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Likes them
it
on
for
his
the day.
plate.
That's it for this Tuesday.
Kajol is asking, have we neutered Kunal?
No, I said
no.
he likes animals on his plate.
You had to, right? You had to kill them moment. A crusader, me and Abbas fighting for cats, and now just another hypocrite. Yeah, McDonald's.
Cool.
Right.
We'll see you on Thursday, and I think I'll be on the Thursday episode again. So it's an abundance of me.
Ooh, and I think Thursday I should be here,
Okay.
right? Because
Really?
it's evening.
It's
the
evening.
show.
Yes. It's the evening show.
Unless we can.
When you
do it
say
on-
here, when you say here, you mean where you are right now.
yeah, I pointed at the camera like an idiot, but
Okay.
yeah, you're right. Where I am exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Hotel
Kajol, where will you be?
Paradiso.
Anything you want to plug?
Nah,
Kajol
nothing.
will be
I'm
with
currently
me.
in Baroda. I'm currently in
Kajol
Baroda.
will be with me
Oh,
because
nice.
October 5th, my wife leaves. So there's a vacancy. Kaj, hop in, bro. Right here.
I mean, she's asking you to stop by on Wednesday for.
yeah,
for
but what stop by
Yeah.
skip? Be here for 21 days because I'm wifeless. And bring your friends, Kajol. Only females, huh?
All right.
Sorry, big boy. But you can play with Kunal upstairs. Okay? You drop in. Abbas, I'm telling
Okay,
you.
I think we should wrap up because
Yeah,
this is
we
going
should.
into
Oh, I see.
NSFW category.
Yeah.
Hamisha will put an NSFW warning for this. So that's all from us. Bye bye.